Morning is probably the most important part of our day, and I'm about to show you how to make it a beautiful experience. My whole life, I was a usual teenager. Again, this phrase, but it's true. I was waking up feeling like shit every time. It's an awful feeling. Imagine you're waking up like shit every time. You don't want to do anything. You don't have motivation. You don't have drive. You're just sitting up on your bed like this, rethinking your life choices, why you've decided to wake up this early, and basically staring at the nothing, trying not to fall asleep. And the trap that is there, you know this trap, when your brain, this inner voice, really tells you, you just need to lay for 5 minutes. You're so sleepy, you were sleeping poorly, you need to lay down and just to feel the bed. And when you felt the bed, you can wake up and everything will be alright. Nothing will be alright. It's the biggest trap of our life, I think. Like your brain does to you. You're lying down, click, you're sleeping for 2 hours and you've slept everything that you need to do. Yeah. And especially this feeling of shittiness, it really amplifies when you go to bed late and you wake up early. So spending less time in bed, you're sleeping poorly, and it's just an awful feeling. Then you've somehow woken up, you go to the kitchen, grab something, eat something, probably sugary, but it's a different talk. Go back to your room, you have a work task to do, maybe you need to go to school that day, and it feels like shit because you don't want to do anything. Without any motivation, it's really hard to perform something. And without any sense of purpose, it's really hard to do something when you don't have motivation. So let's talk about the ways that we can do that. There actually are ways to make you feel like a normal person who even wants to wake up, not just neutral, like I'm just waking up, like I want to wake up and do something. It contains two parts. First part takes some time, and it's more of life experiences you have, it's more of tasks you choose to do. And the second part is more about the routine and the really quick way to do that you can implement already tomorrow morning. Let's start with first one. It contains of basically one thing, but I've divided it in some of them. It's a sense of purpose and the meaningful stuff you want to do and the stuff you really want to do. It's important. When you don't have any particular activity, any particular work that you're passionate about, that you're really excited to do, like I'm waking up, I'm like, yeah, I want to do that right now. When you go to the sleep, like if you're not thinking about the thing that you want to do, you're probably not wake up really energized and ready to do the thing. But when something comes into your life, when you finally discover that cool activity, that cool stuff that's really like literally wakes you up, like we want to say, like it wakes me up, it touches me in some way. If you're really thinking about that the evening before, you will wake up early, full of energy and full of motivation to do that. So your tasks, it's not that easy, it's not that short time of period, but you need to find a way to start your day with the things that you are enjoying doing, that you really want to do, that you feel the purpose of these things. Because when, for example, I wake up and someone tells me that, I don't know what, I don't know, someone tells me that I need to write a 1,000 word paragraph the next day, on the foreign language, I'm like, meh. And I really wouldn't want to wake up that morning because it's just awful. But when I have meaningful work to do, for example, record this video because it's morning and I'm recording for you, and I'm really excited to do that, I will do that like with a good mood in my head, with a good will, with a good motivation. And today I'm woken up full of energy because I just wanted to record this video and to show that to you. So that's the part that takes time, and you need to discover that activity in your life. The second part is more short-term. You need to do that every morning, and it's based on science. So probably all of us know the Andrew Huberman and his podcast, his podcasts and all of this. And the really cool stuff that works for me is viewing morning sunlight and making a lap around my house. I will not go into the details because I'm not some kind of scientist. I just saw that, I just heard that, I implemented it in my life. It works. I want to share it with you. So, how my morning routine looks like really, what I do every morning. The first step is from me, probably Huberman was talking about it too somewhere, but I can't really mention where. It's a gratitude note every morning. Just next to my phone, where is alarm, like when I wake up, I wake up to switch off the alarm. My phone is lying down on the notebook with a pen ready. And in this notebook, I write like 5 lines of what I'm grateful for every morning. So, how it looks. Alarm goes on. I'm waking up, switching off the alarm, immediately turning the lights on, and writing 5 lines of what I'm grateful for. Usually it's some dumb stuff because immediately after you woke up, you can't really think of anything adequate. You can't really write anything too because your eyes are all kind of sleepy. And for example, today it was like, I'm grateful for this pen. I'm grateful for my trousers. I'm grateful for my mother, actually. I'm grateful for the bed I'm sleeping on, and like 5 lines of this kind. It's really funny, but after some time that you do that, you really start to feel better because this activity of writing some lines of gratefulness, it really connects with your waking up time. And after some time, you start to wake up with a feeling of gratefulness. Isn't it cool? And feeling of gratefulness is kind of scientific version of happiness. So if you're grateful, you cannot feel anything else in negative way. So sadness and gratefulness is just two opposites. Like you can't be sadly grateful. For example, grateful for a sad experience, but it's different. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about that if you're feeling grateful, you cannot be angry, you cannot be like grumpy and all of this. So try to implement that immediately after you woke up. You grab a pen, write 3-5 lines about what you're grateful for. The second thing from actually Andrew Huberman is viewing morning sunlight. A couple of nuances here. It doesn't work through the window, so you need the direct exposure to the outer world. Open window and stick out your head probably works, but I prefer going outside and do that in the outside. Sorry. So, continuation of my morning routine. After I've wrote a couple of lines, I want to do some push-ups, but because I don't want to waste my time in the morning, because it's really tough to fit everything, I go outside and do push-ups there. So combining two of my activities, my desire to do push-ups and Andrew Huberman's morning sunlight, I go outside on the sun, basically in any weather, because it's just a part of my routine. But I go outside and do some push-ups there. It takes about 5-6 minutes because I want to do 2 sets of how many I want to. And then I finish and go back to my apartment. Then I take shower, get ready, and back to work. So it looks like this. The morning sunlight really changed the way I have my mornings now. I don't know why, probably because science works. And it's cool that you can literally spend 5 minutes of your time outside in the morning, and it will give you that much benefits. About the reasons, like, as I said, I don't want to dive into the details, but it just wakes up your brain and makes it clearly for your brain that it's time to wake up normally, it's time to work, it's time to be alert. So, like this. Probably that's it. And the ways I've described really changed my life, and I want it to happen to more people because it's a beautiful experience to wake up energized and to want to do something. I hope it helps you. See ya.